What up, Talkin Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of the Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week with yours truly, Mike Orr, and my friend Neil the Deal from his wonderful show. Neil, tell everybody when we can find you, when, and what time.
Well, thank you very much, Mike, for having me out tonight. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, all the fathers, Mike. You know, it's a special day for me. My dad was a great man. I think about him every day. He's not with us, but God bless him. He's a good one. And he made me, so there you go.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So thanks for coming out here, talkinfight.com. You got me, the big man, Knuckle Up Mikey Orr here on Knockout of the Week. I'm really proud to be here. Happy that Mike asked me. I said, absolutely. So, yeah, you can check me out, talkinfight.com, Monday nights, 8:30. Hey, Mike, 8:30.
8:30.
And live, Neil the Deal Show, Boxing 101. So, guys, from my end of the stick, I am completely blown away every day. As Mike knows, this is getting hairy. You know what I mean?
It's getting great. It's getting great.
Hairy,
Before we get into it, we got to pay the bills. We got to talk about the sponsors, guys. So today's episode is being brought to you by the BetStamp app, which is helping thousands of people winning at sports betting for free. The same way travelers are using Google Flights or Expedia to find the best prices, bettors can now use BetStamp to do the same. When you place a bet, the odds given by a sportsbook will determine how much you could possibly win, even when betting on the same outcome. Different sportsbooks will offer varying payouts, and these differences can be huge. Thankfully, guys, BetStamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sportsbooks. You can click on any matchup and instantly see all the different odds for game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances on winning long-term. On average, BetStamp users win an extra $1,000 plus yearly just by line shopping. You can find the BetStamp app on your Apple iOS store, Google Play Store, or through your browser at www.betstamp.app. To access all these benefits, sign up using promo code TalkinFight and start your journey to successful sports betting today. And if you forget to use the code upon sign up, guys, don't worry. You can always enter our code in your BetStamp account afterwards. So, guys, check it out. Again, www.betstamp.app, Talkin Fight, or you can just hit that code on the other side of Neil there. Over here. Right there. Or you know what? Even better. Maybe up here. Right up here too. There we go. All right, guys. You know what you're here for, man. It's the knockout of the week. So, guys, we're going to talk about it. Big fight this weekend. Our man, Tim Tszyu, Carlos Ocampo, definitely jaw-dropping knockout. 77 seconds of the first round. Wow, Tszyu dominates. What were your thoughts on this wonderful fight, guys? And Neil, what was your thoughts?
Well, Mike, thanks again for having me out. Yeah, guys. Well, on my episode last week, if you guys are checking it out, that was my feature fight. I was a bit surprised, to be honest with you guys, because Ocampo, he had a lot more than I thought he would have a lot more. Literally, like 1 round, 1 minute and 17 seconds, and Tszyu, Mr. Tszyu, destroyed that guy in milliseconds. So I was pretty surprised. I took it a unanimous decision. I always get that kind of and I was surprised. But great display by Tszyu. He's looking up, and Mikey, take it from there. I'm telling you, Tszyu, I got episode on him. Check it out. I told you years ago, right, Mike, about Tszyu?
We've been talking.
I was right again.
We were talking about this kid for years. Don't sleep on him. He's starting to be really good, guys. He had a lot to say. In an electrifying display of boxing, guys, Australian phenom Tim Tszyu left the crowd in awe as he dispatched Carlos Ocampo, setting the stage for a blockbuster showdown against American superstar Jamel Charlo. And this one's going to be for the undisputed light middleweight championship. And this is a highly anticipated fight. Took place at the Gold Coast Convention and Exhibition Center, and Tszyu wasted no time in making his mark, guys. 77 seconds, I said. As the opening bell rang, Tszyu emerged from his corner with ferocity. Unleashing a barrage of powerful punches. He swiftly found his target, landing 10 out of 20 power punches, predominantly targeting Ocampo's head. It didn't take long for Tszyu's precision and power to manifest. With a textbook right hook, he sent Ocampo crashing to the canvas, shocking both the challenger and the audience alike. Underrated by the, like, wow.
Mike,
I'm just starting here. It's
I'm
really,
telling you, watch out for Tszyu.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. The knockdown, Ocampo valiantly rose to his feet, ready to continue the battle. However, Tszyu had other plans. He displayed his uncanny ability to read his opponent. He unleashed a devastating left hook that landed flush on Ocampo's chin, sending him sprawling to the canvas for a second time. Referee Tapstan had no choice but to intervene here.
Mike, he turtled. He turtled, Mike.
He did. He kind of turned his back and ran away a little bit there for a second.
Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah, a little bit. I did see it a little bit. A jubilant Tszyu reflected on his, lightning fast victory, admitting, and he quoted, "I knew he was going to be easier to hit, but I knew he was a warrior and can take the shots. I didn't think it would happen that early. In all honesty, you don't get paid overtime in the sport." The win not only marked Tszyu's fastest knockout, but also his fourth first-round victory, bolstering his record to an unblemished 23-0 right now, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. And with the victory over Ocampo, Tszyu now sets his sights on the pinnacle of the light middleweight division, a clash against Jermell Charlo, who holds all 4 belts at 154 is on the horizon, guys. The World Boxing Organization recently mandated the fight, and it is expected to take place in Las Vegas no later than September 30th. And this is generating massive anticipation among boxing enthusiasts, guys. I myself, Neil, I think you're waiting for this one too.
Big time.
Yes.
Big time. I've been waiting years, man. Like I said, guys, check out my old episode. Mike, you know it.
Yep.
About 2-3 years ago, and I told you that the Thunder from Down Under is going to bring it. You know what I mean? He's kind of been fighting within the Australian community within Australia. Now he's starting to broaden out his international. I think he might need one warm-up fight, Mikey. I'm thinking
Charlo,
maybe one more. I don't know if he wants to go Charlo yet. That's to determine, but that's a big step up in competition for him.
It is. But Charlo, on the other hand, also needs a couple of warm-up fights himself. He hasn't been in the ring in a while. He's going to need at least 1 or 2. Are we going to see that happen before September, the mandated? Probably not. I don't know if we'll see. September's around the corner, man. We're in the middle of, we're almost at the end of June, and it's becoming July, so we don't have long. And I don't know if Charlo's going to be ready, but this is what boxing is, man. It's you're ready or you're not. You get in there and you do your thing. Acknowledging Charlo's status as the reigning champion, Tszyu expressed his desire to ascend to the top, stating, "I'm definitely top dog, just under him. He's the man. I'll give him that. And I'm just under. I've got this interim belt, but I'm not satisfied. I want all 4. It's not just the belts. I want the name Charlo on my wrist. So get your tickets, plan your holidays, because we're coming back with all 4 belts," end quote. Yep. His ambition to unify this division, guys. Etch his name alongside Charlo's highlights. The immense stakes and personal motivation here are driving him forward. So, George Rose, Tszyu's promoter and head of No Limit Boxing, confirmed the discussions that Charlo's camp have already commenced, and the fight is in the primary focus. So, with the WBO's deadline aligning perfectly with Team Tszyu's plans, a relatively short layoff is anticipated before the Showdown is officially announced. So, Rose stated September 30th was the deadline set by the WBO. That works in with Team Tszyu, especially after now he's finished the Ocampo fight. I don't think there's going to be much layoff time needed. We'll just, push for the date to be locked in and announced soon enough. The impending matchup between Tszyu and Charlo is not their first encounter in the realm of potential clashes. The 2 fighters had previously agreed to face each other earlier in the year. However, fate had other plans for them. This is big. A lot of people have been gunning after Charlo. He's been kind of out of the limelight for a little while.
He's ducking and running, people, man. He's ducking and running. You got it?
He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to get a warm up.
He's gonna have to show up at some point. That's the problem.
Yeah. You know, and with that Ocampo fight, Tszyu really showed that you know he means business, man. He came out there, blasted away, landed 10 out of 20.
Check it out.
And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put the highlights of that fight in the comments later, so you guys don't have to go any further other than this episode right here. And you'll scroll down and just click on it so you can watch it. Guys, we had a runner-up today. Great fight. Great fight. And we're going to talk about it. Ramala Ali loses to Julissa Alejandra Guzman in a big upset. And not even a big upset.
Woo!
A demolishing, a pick apart, dismantling of Ramala Ali. She got outworked, outboxed.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God. What
I was shocked a bit there, Mike, with that one. I'm being honest. I mean, that Guzman girl, wow. Now she's on the radar now, and she took it to her.
Yeah. She did.
Like, holy.
She really did. Okay, in the exciting undercard of the Progress Gorilla event, held at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, Julissa Alejandra Guzman delivered a stunning knockout to Ramala Ali. 8-1 and 2 in the 8th round. Ramala Ali, she's 8-1 and 2 in the 8th round. This impressive victory not only earned Guzman the 122-pound IBF Intercontinental title, but also secured her the WBA Continental America's belt. While Ramala Ali entered the ring with an impressive resume as a model, humanitarian, and an undefeated boxer who made history by winning the first women's boxing match in Saudi Arabia. Julissa Guzman was labeled the underdog for this particular fight, known for her resilience and determination. Prior to this bout, Julissa had her most notable fight came in February of 2021 when she faced off against Yelmith Mercado for the WBC 122-pound title. Unfortunately, Guzman fell short in a unanimous decision loss to the defending champion. However, she rebounded with a victory by way of TKO in her next fight, setting the stage for her determined appearance on June 17th. The opening round saw Guzman make an encouraging start, landing a couple of clean right hands that found their target. Her accuracy continued in the 3rd round with a powerful overhand right connecting solidly. Despite Ramala Ali appearing to control the 5th round, an unexpected turn of events occurred in the final seconds. With the clock winding down, Guzman unleashed a devastating right hand, sending Ali to the canvas for the first time in her professional boxing career. Ali managed to rise before the bell signaled the end of the round, but the real damage was done already. That was the beginning of the end. And the catastrophe struck 3 rounds after this. So she never really, I guess, shook this. In the 8th round of the bout, Guzman unleashed a thunderous left hook that sent Ali crashing to the canvas once again. Although Ali tried to gather herself, she proved unable to rise physically, resulting in a countout and a remarkable upset victory for Guzman. With this triumph, Julissa Guzman, hailing out of Sonora, Mexico, improved her record to 13-2-2 with 7 knockouts and claimed 2 coveted belts. So, that being said, you might not have heard of this girl, but you're gonna hear of this girl. That's for damn sure. Neil, your thoughts, buddy? Well, he freezes right there. We'll continue on and talk a little bit more about these wonderful fights, man. Guys, I don't know. We were going to talk about Regis Progress. Neil was going to do his little piece on it, but unfortunately, he's a little frozen at the moment. So we're gonna wait to see if he comes back in, and we'll definitely. Nope, there he goes. He's jumped out of there for a minute. He will be right back, guys, to give his thoughts on that Ramala Ali fight, as well as he wants to touch base on Progress and his lackluster debut with Matchroom. Like, really lackluster, guys. What were your thoughts? Drop it in the comments. Let us know. I was not impressed. I think he really overlooked Zarilla. Even though Zarilla was a last minute replacement, and they tried to swap him out. There were talks about Arnold Barbosa Jr. coming in there because Barbosa had already beaten Zarilla twice. So, I just think that Progress really, underestimated what Zarilla was going to do. And it ended up with a fight that really could have went either way. Progress admitted to being dropped. It was called a slip. You guys can see it. You'll check it out. There was a shot where he walked right into Zarilla's right hand, and Zarilla was like at a full extension, guys, and he just cracked that button, like, bang, right through, full stretch. And as he connected, Progress's knees kind of buckled, but in a last-minute stitch to survive, he literally hugged him around the groin and legs and held on for dear life as the man Zarilla was walking through him. And the ref called it a slip. I believe it was more of a hit the canvas kind of down kind of thing. He walked straight into that, hands down, and popped right on the chin. And you know what? That's all she wrote. But he recovered from that, fought back, ended up taking the fight all the way to the distance, and ended up winning by a split decision, which was very, very close. Neil, we're talking about the Progress fight. Close.
Yep.
Very, very close.
Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of a glitch there.
Yeah, it was great because you were glitched like this.
Perfect. I was like,
No, we're talking about how the underestimated opponent.
Yeah, what did I miss there, Mike? Just give me a little synopsis here.
Well, okay. Thoughts on Ramil Ali being on her back? Let's hear it. What are your thoughts?
All right. I was surprised about that. That's where we ended off. I was really impressed with Guzman. I thought, she did fight for a title before. She's been up against some stiff competition in her career, and she brought it all. She brought it to the house, and she took her down like a fat kid on a Smartie. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you right now, look out for Guzman. She ain't going nowhere. No. I'd be very surprised if there's another girl in that weight category. What is it? Super Bantam or Bantam?
I believe it's Super Bantam.
Super Bantam, yeah. Who's going to dethrone that girl? Because from what I viewed and what I saw, she brought the house, and she literally. Yeah. And Ali tried. Like, I'm not like, man, it wasn't like she was getting really beaten, but
for me, she couldn't.
She just had no answer.
She couldn't escape. She couldn't
escape. That girl cut off the ring. Her footwork is amazing. Combination punching was unbelievable. She literally backed up to see if Ali was awake, so to speak, and then she went right back at it. And she had a game plan, obviously, and it worked to a T because she dissected Ali. At the end of the day, we all know what happened.
Yeah.
Ali's down, and now Guzman is what, the two-time champion? She's got 2 belts there, Mike.
Well, she captured 2 belts in that fight last night. That puts her now in the world rankings just behind Ellie Scottney. So she's ranked now number 7th, just ahead of Deborah Dinakis out of Argentina, who is 35-5-5 and is also 35 years old. Julissa has now just jumped into the 7th position. She's now in that top 10. Ending out the top 10, though, is Miyamoto, close on everybody's tail. We all know her out of New Zealand. Yeah. She is the current IBF champ, right? And or no, IBO. I'm sorry,
IBO. I was gonna say IBO or something, Mike.
Yeah, I think it's the IBO. And she's looking to climb that that scale real quick there. But Ellie Scott,
she's rising. The cream always rises to the top. Right?
Exactly. So with this win, she's definitely put herself in the mix to be taking on Miley Flores, who's sitting at the top of the game right now. Yelmith Mercado sitting at number 2. Ségolène Lebreve, who we've interviewed on this, who I told you guys back in the day, who I told you to watch out for, is sitting at number 3 right now. Then we got Marilyn Rivas sitting in 4, and then Nazarena Romero, and then Ellie Scottney, and then our girl here who just won the 2 belts with that dominant performance, guys, Julissa Guzman.
Ooh. Guys, that was very dominant, Michael.
Yeah, definitely a brilliant fight, dominant performance, wonderful.
Good on her, Mrs. Guzman, Miss Guzman. Good on you. That was a great performance.
Yeah,
I
I'd
loved it.
like to see her in the ring quick, man. I want to see her stay.
Oh yeah, bring her back. Another one.
Bring her
She's
back
ready
in
to
a
go.
month.
She's
Bring her back.
She's warming up. She's saving up and warming up. You know
That's
what I mean?
right. So we got a lot of action in the next little while here that's going to take place in that super bantam women's division, and it's going to heat up. We got a lot of new contenders that are coming up, and it's a time where the torch is being passed. The people have been sitting on the top there for the last couple of years in the division are starting to get some serious competition climbing the ranks, and we're now seeing it. And with that fight last night, that was a big one. I didn't think that was going to happen. Ramla Ali, she was really outboxed. She couldn't get away from it. That one shot that started it all was the beginning of the end. But then we talk about progress. Lackluster performance, debut for Matchroom.
Shocked to be honest with you, Mike.
Eddie Hearn said it best. It was all because of the opponent, Zarilla. Why? Because Regis Progress has admitted, he overlooked him. He didn't think he was going to be much. He wasn't worried. But I've seen it many, many times. I've been ringside and seen it many times. You underestimate that opponent, and that opponent walks away with your title. And it's happened so many times. I can't even fathom how many times that's happened. It's actually happened while we were ringside. We have the fight on our channel. It happened at Rebel Entertainment Complex in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Man, you know what it is.
Just recently,
a couple months back, Fantuzzi got beat by our last-minute replacement who came in and just took his belt away and his O. So, guys, it can happen at any time.
It happens. Now, Mike, can I just say something quick about the fight, the way I looked at it, just from my perspective? So I watched the fight live, and I was looking for a better performance out of Progress, whatever you want to, he is a champion, Progress, whatever it is. Anyways, that kid there, and if you guys watch at the end of the fight, I'm just going to say quickly, he actually was disappointed in his performance. So when you are disappointed in your performance, that's fine. You're not going to come out balls to the wall every fight. You know what I mean? You got to come out with your best effort. He had an effort, but he even said he was scared and nervous for the first time in his career in front of the home sound fans. He was in his hometown. He said he's never left the dressing. He's never left the hotel. Before a fight. But that yesterday, he left and went out into the streets. Like, he wasn't actually being himself. You could tell he was being honest, which I like about him. So the one thing about the fight I was a little not liking much, Mike, and if you saw it, which you did, was in that first round when Zarilla dropped him. Okay? Right. So what happened, in our estimation, what I saw, right live, guys, that was the end of Bogranus right there. And he had only one hope, and he was lucky, very lucky, that Zarilla didn't walk away, as you saw, Mike, quick enough. And he kind of was shocked by the reaction that he got with that punch. So he thought it was a hard punch, but he didn't think that Regis was going to go down on that punch. So it kind of shocked him a bit. So he hesitated for a second. What happened was Regis grabbed him basically from the waist and then ended up at his ankles, because it's all he could do. That's the way I saw it. And basically, if that guy didn't grab on, Regis did not grab on, it's knockout. It's over. He's lost the title first round to a stand-in guy who does have knockout power, as we know. And I told you on my show, guys, put a little dig on Zarilla because of that one punch, lucky punch guy. And he proved it in the first round and right away. And I was like, oh, it's over. No, it's not. Because he's like friggin' holding on to him like I don't know what you would call that, like a spider on a friggin' on a cockroach or something. I don't know. He just like wrapped him up and was like
holding on to him like a truck stop lot lizard.
Yes, something of that sort. It's not the lot lizard that just won't let you leave.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like you're done.
He took that full extended right hand directly.
Oh man, boom! It was like just. Oh, he took it, and guess what? He buckled his knees, dropped him to the canvas, And Regis realized, uh-oh, I'm knocked out here. And he just started grasping at straws. And luckily his feet were right there. And then he got the seconds
Yeah.
with the push. It
Yeah.
was a push. So he got an extra 5-10 seconds because the ref kind of was like, oh. So how do you equate that, Mike? Like, if Zorilla walked away, fight's over, lose the title.
Regis is a trooper though. He might not have. He might
like
not have stayed down. He might have got up. He might have recovered. But Zorilla might have capitalized on that point, and saw that the fact that he might have been still a little dazed and could have came through with a barrage of punches and ended it in the first round. It didn't happen like that.
That's
the ref
he was really hurt, man. For anybody to grab the legs,
he was hurt. He was hurt, and you know what? That's survival, and that's what veterans do. And that was a great veteran move. You can't knock him for that.
Correct. Somebody taught him that.
That was a great veteran move. You know what? He rallied back. Brought it to Zorilla. Ends up with the split decision. Lackluster performance, guys. That's what I think.
Okay, now Mike, think about this. If that is marked as a knockdown, Mike, as a knockdown in the first round, it's a 10-8 round, right? Check out the numbers on the scorecard.
If that would happen,
if that was a 10-8 round,
it might have been a draw, Mike? If that happened.
Draw. That's what I said. That fight was a draw.
Do we run it back? We need to run
because of certain things, as we know. Yeah, it just kind of.
There were a lot of factors in there. Hometown crowd, debut at Matchroom, overlooked your opponent, recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
disaster avoided. Disaster avoided.
Correct.
So, yeah,
correct. But don't ever discount Zorilla. Remember him; he could be a sleeper pick one day.
Yeah, definitely, he could be. He definitely could be. Like, Zorilla.
Yeah. He's got some game. That guy's got some game, eh?
He definitely knows. He knows how to throw a punch, man. That extension on that right, man. He couldn't. He was falling forward. That's why he couldn't stop, and that's how.
Yeah, it was like, right into it. Yeah, it was like fell right into him.
It was a big one, man.
All right, so guys, check out that. Hey, Mikey, let him check it out on whatever platform you want to go on to. But that was an
every fight that we talked about today. I'm going to drop a link to the highlights in the comments so you guys can just go watch it, so you don't have to go too far. Guys, you know what it is. It's Sunday. It's Father's Day. I got to get back to my kids. You know what it is. We will see you next week.
It's barbecue time, Mikey.
That's right. That's right. We will see you guys next week. Around same time, same channel, man. New knockouts. You know what it is, man. Fighting solves everything, guys. So until the next time, knuckle up.